I'm Jacob Soboroff. You're watching HuffPost Live. Tyler Perry's latest movie, Temptation: Confessions of a Marriage Counselor, grossed $21.6 million its opening weekend. Perry's films have grossed over $630 million worldwide. What is Tyler Perry's secret to success, and why haven't a high volume of African-American filmmakers seen similar fortunes? Do you see it for better or for worse, or is that too simple of a question? Is it a little bit of each?
Well, it is a little bit of each. It's a very complex question. I mean, on the one hand, you have the irony that he is successful because primarily of the racism, either overt or soft racism of Hollywood. I mean, think of the huge pool of black talent he has to pull from because they can't get jobs. I'm talking about actors and actresses and makeup artists. And there are a lot of roles, a lot of stereotypical roles, again, within the black community and memes that he follows because he wants to keep that message and whatever moral of the story, almost like a parable, an Aesop fable, something simple that people can bite on and chew on and agree on and then come back and see the rest of it. Well, that's not necessarily dessert, but it's not necessarily dinner either. And, some of these messages, some of the underlying stories and plots and the repeated memes that he uses and stereotypes, I have a lot of problems with. I mean, everything from the meme of the professional black woman who's gotten too big for her britches and needs to be brought down a little bit, to the scheming professional brother, to the savior who's the, quote, blue-collar brother. It's a formula again and again and again, and he hits you over the head with it. And in this latest film, I think he's crossed the line. I mean, I see some kind of misogynistic tendencies in there that I don't know what he's trying to work out on film. He probably needs to work it out in therapy and not on film.
I'm sure when Tyler Perry started off, he was very happy with his work. And it's one of those things, if you're around your own people, if you're at church and you're looking at this, it might be all right. But at the point that it reaches Hollywood and this becomes who we are, that's when it becomes a problem. I'm sure even now, I mean, I know he loves the money. I'm happy that he's hiring people. I'm glad that people are getting jobs. But at this point, he needs to be working on his legacy. And I know he does not want Medea to be his legacy. I know he wants more than that out of the film business, but he's been pigeonholed, and this is what he has to do. People don't want to see anything unless it's this. He's trying to do these other roles. He's trying to put out other movies, but he's not getting the support. It's for Medea. And I'm strictly against, I don't mind somebody being a cross-dresser if that's who you are. But I'm against being a cross-dresser for laughs.
Tyler Perry's an easy target. I mean, because Tyler Perry is making lots of money doing what he does. He's speaking from where he comes from. And I mean, as an artist, personally, I respect that. I mean, now, I may even take issue with how Tyler Perry does what he does or what he puts in his films, but to be quite honest with you, as a fellow artist, that's something that I would take up with Tyler behind closed doors. I don't believe in slandering none of my brothers publicly. And I mean, not to discount what my two colleagues here are saying, I mean, because this is their position. We have a program of a festival and we have a professor. This is their job to deconstruct the work that we artists do, and that's their right. And I totally support, and I think it's necessary. At the same time, I think it's really incumbent upon us to be a lot more proactive with how we're going to go about getting more filmmakers opportunities.